Hi everyone, thanks for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. Today is a special day for me. I've been shooting for a while now, and I've been doing a lot of recording a lot of video of my shooting experience using my hatcam. And one of the things that has been troubling me for a long time is getting the form factor right, getting the balance between the quality of the camera that I'm using versus the form factor or the usability, how easy is it to use while I'm shooting, so it doesn't get in the way of me shooting. It's not too heavy, not too unbalanced, and so forth. So for those of you who know, I've used a contour camera as my hat cam for a long time, and it's served me well because it's very sleek. It's the sleekest form factor compared to GoPro, because the GoPro is somewhat like huge and fat, especially with the case and the mount, so it looks weird when you have it sticking up your head like this. I've been using a contour for a long time. I've been using the contour HD since it first came out, and then my wife got me a contour plus, which I've been using for maybe 2.5 years right now. And it's great because I have a mount on my cap that I use, a contour mount, and I zip tie it down to the bill of my cap, and that serves as the rail for my contour. So when I mount it on, it looks pretty small. I mean, it looks pretty svelte, if you like, very low profile. And the good thing is it is canted to one side because I'm right eye dominant when I shoot, so it will align right on the top of my dominant eye. So it will give a very nice perspective from a first person perspective. You've seen a lot of videos of guys who mount it on the side, and you can see the side of the gun, but you don't really see the sights directly. So especially when you go into a very tight port or tight shooting position, you don't really see what they're shooting at. Whereas in this kind of camera, this view, unless it's a very tight, maybe a crouch or prone position view, you probably won't be able to see it. But I can see most of my targets from this angle. So this is pretty good. But the only drawback for this one is because it's heavy from the front. It's very front heavy, and it's and the back side of the cap tends to come off. So what I do is I wear an earmuff on top of this cap to counterbalance, to provide a counterbalance. So that works very well for me. It doesn't come off, it works very well. I've never hit it, I've never lost my camera, never lost my earmuffs. But you know, it requires me to wear earmuffs. Sometimes in the summer I really don't want to wear it because it's so hot. So I've been on a quest to look for another camera, and the next one I found was the Polaroid Cube, which is cute, right? I mean, it's so small compared to the GoPro. Look at the comparison. So small and much more lighter, a lot more easier to use, and it has a magnetic bottom. So what I do is I have a cap. I'll just zip tie a piece of metal here on the cap, and all I do is just place the Polaroid there, and it stays on really hard, and it won't fall. And I've been using this very recently because that's all I need. Just put on a cap with a Polaroid Cube and I'm good to go. I don't have to wear my earmuffs if I don't want to. I just wear earplugs, and it works very well. And the only problem with this is the sound quality and the audio quality is not as good as Contour. Contour does 1080p. I know the GoPro Hero 4 Blacks now do 1080p in 60 frames, right? I mean, they do 4K video, which these other cameras can't compare. But this one is useful and easy to use. It's very convenient as well. So I use this a lot. But just recently, GoPro announced the availability of the latest camera, which is the GoPro Hero 4 Session. And I just got it in the mail. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So I got this on Amazon. Just came in this morning. Bought it I think it launched 2 days ago. And the GoPro Hero 4 Session, as you can see, is the same form factor as the Polaroid Cube. And it's small. It is slightly larger than the Cube, I think. I'll do a more tighter close-up of this. But what really interests me is it provides better quality video, as good as the Hero 4 or Hero 3 could provide, in a very similar form factor as the Polaroid Cube. And it does also 60 frames or 120 frames. Let me see. It does 1440 at 30 frames per second ultra wide, 1080p super view at 48 frames ultra wide, 720p at 100 frames per second. So if I want to do slow-mo video, I can do this at 720p, And if I want to do really high quality shooting, I can do it in normal 30 frames per second, which is great. I mean, such a small form factor. This can't do 1080p. This only can do 720p, and that's why if you look at my recent videos, they're somewhat blurry, but it's convenient. So now I get benefit of convenience, right, for being such a small form factor with high quality video and audio. So now I need to figure out how do I use this. I mean, it has cool benefits, right? I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos and reviews online, but it has, you can access the camera through an app. I've seen people use that in the range. I really don't feel comfortable bringing my phone out while I shoot, because where am I going to put my phone? What if I drop it and it falls in the gravel, scratches, blah blah. I'm a big phone. I'm a big OCD guy, so my phones need to be clean, need to be kept protected. So I'm not going to bring the phone out in the range. But it has a GoPro app if you want to use it. But I believe the functions are very simple because it's just a one-button photo and video capture. So you just turn it on. I believe it takes like 4 seconds to turn on. Some people are complaining about that. I have no idea why. And then you just start your camera, and then when you're done, you just stop it. So this bundle I bought from Amazon was, I think, called the GoPro Starter bundle. Comes to the camera. I bought the head strap option and a quick clip. Just in case that I can't find a mounting option that works on my cap, I probably have to use the head strap, which looks really bulky, but we'll see. And then it comes with a 32 gig micro SD card. Right, so let's go to the table and take a look. Alright, let's take a look at the, let's unbox it. Let's unbox the GoPro first. There is a piece here to open up. It comes with a, let's see what's inside. There's something inside here. There are two flaps here that you have to pull, I think. I don't know how you remove that. Oh no, push them through. Oh, I don't know, I'm about to rip this whole thing apart. Okay, here we go. So remove the sleeve, chuck it aside, and then I guess I should have read the manual. Take that aside and take the top off. Ooh, look at that. It's actually quite small. Packaging is pretty cute. Let's remove everything else. Just a quick start guide, some stickers. I'm a big fan. Warranty information, and let's see what's inside. So there's nothing now. Let's put that aside. There is an additional case. Interesting. It comes with two cases. Okay, and then. So the problem with GoPro mounts is huge, right? Look at the amount of stuff you need to just mount the camera on. I probably won't use this, but we'll see what happens. And then there is another mount. So two mounts, two covers, and then what is this? Oh, this is a sticker mount, sticky mount. Don't know what this is. Seems rubbery. We'll figure that out when I read the manual. And then two, I guess, mounts, sticky mounts for sliding this other mounts in. Alright. So those are the accessories and the camera. So how do I remove the camera? I guess this is bolted into this piece here, so we'll just have to remove it. Squeezing this. Alright. There we go. And yeah. Looks pretty cool construction wise. Hero4 session. What does it say back here? I see. So if it's video, it's one, the light comes on. I see. Okay. So the way you can take out the case is it looks like you just pop this out. And then just pull the camera out the front. Oh, look at the size of this thing. So small. Let's compare it to the Polaroid Cube, shall we? Let's put it on the table here. This is a Hero4 session. and the Cube. Okay, so that's the comparison between the Hero 4 session and the Cube. It looks really small, really nice, just marginally bigger. If you lay them top, just barely larger. You can see that much larger. Oh, I'm stoked. And let's look at this. So on-off button, I guess. And then what's this? Oh, this is the micro SD card slot, a micro USB slot. So let's take that. So if you look at the slot, what's really interesting about the slot is you see this rubber piece. This is a seal that keeps everything waterproof. This case is waterproof. You don't need to use an additional case anymore. This is already sealed and good to go. So what threw me off was the micro SD slot doesn't go in straight like this. It actually goes in at an angle. So drop it out and drop it in an angle, and then slide it in. There you go. And close the door. Snap shut. What else do we have here? It looks like this is a sync or Wi-Fi button. Probably need to turn it on. Oh, here we go. It's turned on automatically. Nice display. Wireless control. I don't know what these menus are. I guess I need to read the menu. Read the manual. So press once. I think this is a mode selector. Here we go. You set control the map to the app or remote control. I'm pressing the button down here, or exit. Okay, and how do I record? I guess you just press the button. Nope. Oh, there we go. 30 frames per second wide. So it's on now, and you see that when it's turned on, the red button flashes at the bottom and the red button flashes in the front, so that you will know if the camera's on or not. It looks like a small retaining cable that you can put in here, so that if ever it falls out from the mount, you can still keep it still latches onto the camera. So so that's how you turn it on. Press to turn it off. There we go. It goes off. I believe the only way to change the settings for the camera is through an app. So I'm gonna go download that app right now and see how that works. So reading the manual further, it shows you how to install the card. Talks about powering on the GoPro. One button power on, one button power off. The default mode is 1080p 30 frames, and time lapse is shoots a photo every 0.5 seconds. And then the additional modes that you can use by using the app, configure using the app. Obviously you can download the app from the store. And then the interesting thing is the mounting tips. It comes with 2 frames that allow you to attach the camera to any GoPro mount. Low profile mount you can attach this way, which is pretty cool. So you can attach it at the top of the helmet here, or a more compact version like this for the side. Obviously this is slightly higher than this one. I don't know what I'll do with my hat yet. We'll see. And the rest is just different languages. Okay. So here is the low profile mount, and here is the standard mount. As you can see, the height difference. Yeah. So in this case, the low profile mount, you'll probably attach it here. Let me stick this out. Oh, this way. Yep. Like this. You can flip it on both sides. We can flip it like this, knock it down, And then insert the camera from the front. Snap it shut. There you go. Low profile mount. So you tighten with this to make it stay. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty low. I wonder if it works in a hat. Let's find a hat. Looks pretty long though. I mean, look at this. Interesting. Let's zoom out here. Take a look. So the mount, probably the normal mount will work like this, right? But that would mean that the camera would be about that high, yay high, sticking up from the hat. Darky. If only the mount was much lower. So the other option is, looking at this, maybe something like that. That will probably work. Or I could modify this mount, you know, cut off, cut off one of the or oh yeah, I could do this. Probably this is what I'll do if it works. I could cut two slits under the cap here and then stuff this down in there, so that will make it look just like that. But then right now the orientation of the camera is this way and the mount is sticking in the back. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but let me figure that out. Okay, back to the app. That was just downloaded the app. Yes, you can accept photos, and then let's go to connect the camera. Which device do you want to connect? Hero4 session. This is the first time you're connecting to this device, yes. And then cycle to wireless control menu on the app. Okay, let's open this case here. And then tap to continue. Okay. Put app in pairing mode. Continue. The pin is 5627, so put in your pin number and your pair. Personalize your camera. I call this robot. And the password, I'm going to put it in without putting on the camera. Your camera name must be 8 characters. I call it Robot Cam. So now I need to connect the camera to Wi-Fi. So I go to Wi-Fi here. Look for Robot Cam. Found it. And enter password. And then now I should be connected to my camera. There. I have a device connected. Cool. So you use Bluetooth to pair the device to see the name and set the name of the camera, and enable the Wi-Fi on the camera. And then on the phone itself, you connect to the camera's Wi-Fi. So you're doing like an ad hoc connection. So what do? Connect the camera. Already connected. So click on that. Ooh, cool. Preview. Oh, that's so cool. Real-time preview. There's slight lag. Turn. Like a 1 second lag. But that's good though. And then here's where you set the options. You see the battery life. And then I guess this is configure. So resolution 1080. You can select 1440. 30 frames per second. Let's go for that. Field of view is wide. I wonder what's the difference between wide and super wide. Take a look at the preview here. This is wide. Okay, let's leave the camera down here and see what's the difference in wide. So you can see my cap here, this piece of my reloading table, that side of the reloading table. Let's switch this to 1080p. Oh, it's medium. What does that mean? Oh, I see. So wide is already the best. So the only difference is if you do 1080p, you can increase your frame to 48 frames per second. 1080 super view, sorry, 1080 standard is 60 frames per second, which is cool. And then 720 will get you 100 frames per second. Whoa, which is pretty cool. Slow-mo. So when I shoot, I'll probably shoot with I want to do the highest resolution possible, 1440. But doing slow motion would be pretty interesting. I wonder if you can do to speed it up. Anyway, so photo settings with 8 megapixel, spot meter, and your intervals. I need to figure out how to play with this. It's got all these other settings for beeps. We do format, the orientation is automatic. I believe there's an accelerometer here. If I turn the camera over, let's take a look. No, it doesn't. Huh. Maybe when I turn it off and on, it will automatically know which orientation I am. Oh, there you go, see? When I flip it upside down, it maintains the orientation of the camera. See, there we go. So those are all the settings. Battery level, SD card capacity, which is pretty cool and handy. You can see what kind of, how much battery you have left and so forth. Oh, look at this cool function. Locate camera. What does that mean? Oh, it starts to beep. It's like find your iPhone kind of thing. If you forget it, that's handy. And then you can actually see the videos you have on your phone here. Oh, there we go. You can import the video, watch it here. This is really handy though. Now I can take hatcam videos and maybe post it live for some of the interesting ones. And you can just turn it on. Now it's recording. Hello. So I like it. Comparing again the size of my cameras. I mean, look at this. The contour, which I thought was like the smallest thing ever, is gigantic compared to the GoPro. Yeah, so I'll probably use this. I'll figure out a mounting way to put it on my hat, and then I'll record another video. Here's more of the mounting options available that came with the kit. So the two GoPro cases that came, GoPro session cases that came with it, have different orientations, right? If you look at the bottom here, where you mount them on any of the other mounts, it keeps the camera either facing forward or facing, you know, this way or back. And this one makes it goes up. So the difference is if you have a mount like this, if you mount the GoPro camera this way and it stays up, so it records the video this way, or you could use this mount and install it this way then, and have the GoPro facing forward in a much more slim fashion. You can make it point upwards like that, whereas this one is this way, and then you can make it point upwards this way, or make it point down on the mount this way. So that's the difference between the two cases. And then you have the low profile mount and the standard. The other thing that came with the kit, with the bundle, is the head strap and the quick clip, which is pretty useful. You can just clip this onto your hat, like that, right? I mean, you can put it in some more. You can attach it on quickly. Pretty solid. I mean, it moves around though. I mean, if you fling your head, it's just going to start moving around. But then, you know, you will have your mount on it, which is, again, makes it look a little bit dorky. I think my best bet is to take this frame and look at how the feet sticks out like this. What I do is I find a hat, I'll cut 2 slits here and shove this case into it. And then on the other side, I'll probably put a pin across, or you can use this one. I'll put a pin across and a pin as maybe a screw and a nut to tighten the bottom side of this. And hopefully that will be secure. And if that's secure, maybe you put some, if it's not that secure enough, then what I do is I put some double-sided Velcro here, double-sided Velcro here, so that you will retain the camera mount like that. So all I have at the end of the day is just very slim, low profile camera mount, hopefully, something like that, hopefully. Right, and then now I need to test the video, because if it's a super wide angle, I don't know if you'll catch the brim of my hat here or not, but we'll take a look. So that will probably be my option. The other option is to use this mount, right? Somehow secure this mount, either using zip ties or glue or something really secure. And then GoPro, come on, goes on top like that. I mean, this is not ideal. I prefer the other method. I don't want anything to stick out more than the top of my hat. And it's actually pretty heavy. You're just adding on more weight here. Right? I just wish that you could just take the camera like the Polaroid Cube. Yeah, that's so much more convenient. We'll see how it goes.